Hi guys,
Wait, wait,
welcome
wait.
to.
See it there now. Okay, we are live already. You can start.
Can you start over?
You can start now. Just start. Just start like that.
Can you edit it?
Just start.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Fandorm Podcast brought to you by Streamdorm. Today's episode is going to be the season 2 of the Fandom Podcast, which is titled Entertainment and Entertainers. So today I have with me on the show my co-host, the Immortal Boat. So today we'll be looking at one of the trending saga in the entertainment industry. Are the female entertainers doing better than the male entertainers? Is it really true, or is it just the stereotype? So today, stay with us as we dive into this topic, and I'm very sure it's going to be fun and entertaining.
Okay,
So,
for those people joining us, last year on the Fandom podcast, we've been going audio only, and once in a while we try to upload some videos, but it wasn't really like a video format. So we are trying to start a new format, which is going live on YouTube. Then we can now take our live, then edit it, and make it in the audio format for all streaming platform. For those that won't be joining us on YouTube, but we are starting this podcast today. Today is Wednesday, right? Is today Wednesday?
Friday,
Okay, today is
Friday.
Friday. Yeah, sorry. Today is Friday. So next time we'll be going live, probably Friday or Saturday, every week from now on. And like I said, this is the second season of the Fandom podcast. And probably one day we'll stop mentioning this thing as season. But for now, this is going to be like a season, and in between might be taking breaks and taking season breaks, then move on. In case you don't know what the Fandom Podcast is all about, the Fandom Podcast is an entertainment education podcast where we educate people that are moving into the entertainment industry or that are trying to understand how the entertainment industry work. The Fandom Podcast is brought to you by Streamdorm, and we are both the co-hosts. On some days it might be only the clown, and some days it might be myself, or some days it might be both of us. And there are days we might actually invite guests to the podcast, so
Yeah.
you guys should enjoy. So maybe begin. What do we have for us?
So today we'll be looking at our topic: female entertainers success, true or scam. So that the Immortal Boats. Do you really have anything you want to like share with us about this topic? Because I, for one, I actually think this thing is all a stereotype thing. I believe, okay, some people, it can be like tied to all the female entertainers. I believe some do work hard for their money, for their success, while others, okay, engage in other activities which we might think they are illegal or something. So I don't know if you have another view, another perspective about this stuff.
Personally speaking, I also agree with you that there are so many people that have worked hard to get to whatever position that they are in, and we've seen so many people when they share their throwback, and we've seen some people's life that were rugged. We've seen
Yeah.
mostly for the main, but the female don't really tend to share their past. And some that share their past, it might actually be too ugly to be shared. But in reality, there are so many female artists that actually tried their best and put in the work to become to this particular position where they are. But there are also so many that use so many illegal, or not we call illegal, but immoral acts to get to the position they are. There's some that share for their success, they go into sexual activities, and there are also some that for their success they do so many things. We've heard so many stories, and it would be absurd for so many people to actually judge some portion of the female entertainers as the ones who engage into this immoral act. And at the same time, we should also look at it that just because a small number of people do so many negative things doesn't mean that everybody's doing. Take for instance, in the whole Nigeria situation, because of so many people that some small number of people that has been um, caught as internet fraudster, which we call Yahoo boys, doesn't mean that everybody in Nigeria are Yahoo boys. Take the two of us now. We are both students and we are taking our time to create this platform to change the whole entertainment industry because this is what the path we choose. And it could have been so easy for us to just go into the fraud style, but at the same time, it doesn't it's not the right way to go. But at the same time, if some people see us abroad, doesn't mean we are all fraudsters.
Okay.
And
Yeah, yeah.
if we are balling, they can't call us fraudsters because we know the hard work it took for us to get to this particular position. And so many people might actually say that okay, because of this small number of people, of course, people in the world can buy their cars and they can spend money anyhow. Doesn't mean that everybody are also doing something criminal. So there are people that are actually putting in the work that they don't sleep. They they spend most of their time working while others are busy having fun.
Having
But at the
fun.
same time, there are also some number of people that actually do some negative things, and we can see that even without exposing them, some are even exposing themselves, either through a tweet they delete or something that they just say for the sake of saying it. And it's so sad to see a small number of people doing these negative things and
Okay, yeah, that's
staying in the
true.
rest.
I agree with you on that because in our society nowadays, when people see young upcoming people like teenagers that are doing well, they tie it to this internet fraud and all that. So today we are not really talking about that. We are let's not derail from the topic of discussion, which is the female entertainers in the music industry and the
Yeah, sure.
entertainment industry. So I, for one, again, I think with the way the world is built, I feel female, correct me if I'm wrong, are most times more favored than the male. I don't know if I'm correct, but I have a reason for saying that. In our world today, I feel these female entertainers, when they like tend to create their content or become celebrities, they are more favored than the male celebrities and entertainers. That is why it's easier for them to be more successful than the male. And I don't really think it's a true talk to say the male entertainers are doing less than the male and than the female entertainers, because we have, if we look at the entertainment world, most of the male entertainers are doing like far better. Let's go into music. The likes of Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid, compared to them of Tiwa, them Waje, you see there is gap. Even in the movie industry, if you check the list of okay, let's say top 10 richest actors in Nigeria, and you check the top 10 female richest actor or actress, I feel the male are doing better than the female, but some people still think otherwise. So I don't know.
The way people look at the entertainment industry is that I think people feel that the male are being favored compared to the female. But in reality, we have more male that are actually wanting to become musicians. And I think it's something about the musical society of Nigeria. I won't don't let me go Africa as a whole, but if you check South Africa, more of the females are doing
Nigeria.
more. But in Nigeria, I feel that the females are favored, but there are actually more male that are putting in the work. It's because of the way the world is going. We are looking at a world where we favor female artists more, but it's actually the male that are actually putting in the work in this industry. It's just absurd the way the whole system is built. The female are favored, but the male are actually more hardworking than the female. And the way the female success is, I have no comments in that. Per se.
Okay. Again, let's look at you know one thing about entertainers, one thing I've noticed about them, I feel their money or wealth doesn't only come from the content they put out there and other stuff. I think some, even more, come from the ads they do, from their adverts and all. So now looking at that, I feel the female entertainers tend to do more adverts when it comes to, okay, looking at them selling nails on their Instagram page, selling of human hair and all that. I feel there are other activities which are not illegal, which are not immoral, that some of them engage in. So we can't just tie all of them to like being immoral and getting their wealth from other means that are not moral in the society. That's my own take on that.
The yeah, that might be a great source of income, but in terms of popularity, I feel that do at some that when they've gone for a bit, they tend to push more into ad revenue, modeling, being
Yeah.
brand ambassadors, than to focus on their music, their acting, and others. But if they could for once think about, okay, let me build my music career into the stage of stardom instead of focusing on brand,
And
and
building
and something like that also really affects them in future. Where you see that some of them, you see when they start come, they feel that they've been pressured by the industry. They say that, oh, the industry is hard. It's not really hard. It's just I can't say that now because I for one can't do what they are doing.
I was going to stop
But
you there. The industry is
but
not
but
easy.
but what but the thing is that they tend to move in towards ad revenues, and that for once brand will want to protect themselves. At the end of the day, it's going to limit their activities, and before we know it, they become more of an advertiser, or they act as an
Yeah.
advertising agency
Promoters,
instead of
yeah,
being
promoters,
musicians, and
yeah.
that's going to really affect their career in a very long run. But if some like Thames now, you can how many times aside from just I know there are Thames advert, but how often do you see someone like Thames going into adverts?
Yeah.
You see there you see someone like her doing or more of music, trying to link up with international artists to build a career forward. Now that she's being nominated for Oscar award because she's focusing and positioning herself in the music industry instead of thinking more about, okay, how can I endorse this brand, focus on business. At the end of the day, you might get all the money, but at some point when you want to you just feel like the pressure will start coming down on you, and it's going to affect the artist in the long run. It's best to just focus on your music first, then you can say, okay, I want to start into it's not even that you need to start going, it will come by itself. And if you focus more on your music and just start rejecting the ones that you feel that are more of a waste of time.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay, so as our last week, an entertainer we all know in the entertainment industry made mention of something about meeting uh, his co-entertainers, two female entertainers in the industry, with a friend of his in a popular hotel in Abuja. Yeah. So I, for one, I feel that's not enough reason to like, okay, condemn every female entertainer out there that okay, they are all into this immoral stuffs. And again, I feel it's no one's concern what they actually went there to do. We don't need to know that. That's their cup of tea. That's their business. So I feel it should be left to them, not the people on internet and judging them or whatsoever. So I don't know. What's your take on this?
I personally don't when it comes to private matters like that, it's left for them. Let people do what they want to do. I still don't understand why in this industry, it's more like you are not allowed to be yourself. People, it's the pressure, the unnecessary pressure we put on ourselves in this industry.
Yeah,
It's just annoying. Okay,
the
they
competition.
are
Yeah,
living they are not, nobody is killing anyone, nobody is committing any crime. They are living their life on their personal base. So you just live. But if it's something on more of your personal, it's okay. Let's say it's your family, someone like your, okay, that's another issue. But people being personal on their self, like you see an actor and their director, they're having their personal time. Even if they are all married couples, let's try and be more matured about this. People are allowed to live their personal life. Then we cannot start focusing on the moral aspect. Both of us are more different than other media personnel. We look at things from like this fun part of it, and let's set. There are times that we need to just set morals aside and let people be their own. In this day and age, where people say that, oh, it's sex before marriage, how many people practice sex before marriage? Nobody know. So just let people be on their own and practice their life. Then you can now start focusing on the morals later on. I saw the video and I was like, it's just another thing to trend to me. And even for
yeah,
now, I haven't had time to write article. I've been more on the social media part. Then I'll just, okay, if it was time I had to write, if it was when I had time to write article, I'll just write it. It will be a much article because I might even ignore it because I was just looking at it and I was like,
yeah. This
this is just
doesn't
another.
really concern me. Yeah,
It's just like another means to. I though we don't know the full story because we've been seeing so many shades from all each side, but
yeah. So many.
the person, the yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I said so many claps back, so many shades from both sides. Yeah, I've been seeing so many of that on my walls on Instagram, on Facebook too. But I believe Nigeria, looking at Nigeria and Africa as a whole, I feel we are, when it comes to morals, we are really concerned about moral upbringing than the Western world.
Hello. Okay, I think is having some technical issues. Like I was trying to say, in Africa, yeah, we are concerned about morals, but let's look at it on a more third point of view. Let's look at it that way. We see so many people are always complaining about international movies. No, they're always watching international movies and seeing their immoral activities. But when it comes to our own, we start complaining and start saying that no, this is wrong, this is wrong. But the same people are the same people that are actually watching 50 Shades of Grey. The same people are the ones that are actually watching all these things that are clearly immoral. And when it comes to our own movies, we now start claiming sense. You can see so many people, they will go there, watch international movies, doing the oh, this is the favorite movie, this is a good movie, we'll share, 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 share. But when it comes to our own, oh no, it's against God. Please, 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 we Africans, we should start changing our own point of view. I understand in Africa it's morality first, but at the same time, we should also try as much as possible not to judge people. The way we judge people in this industry, and if you look at it from the receiver point of view, it affects people personally than we think. If you are someone that is popular and you see in the internet how people are shading you, it's going to affect you. If you are someone that have a particular belief, stick with your belief on others. Not everybody is going to be like you. And like I personally say, the world doesn't work the way it works in your head. So that will be all for now on the first episode of the season 2 of the Fandom Podcast. I hope you guys have learnt one or two from today's episode. And once in a while, every week we shall be having discussions like this. And once in a while, we shall be trying to invite people in the industry and talk to them the understanding this in entertainment industry. And you guys should check out for the streets. The streets shall come back very soon, and starting line will resume also very soon. So throughout next week, we shall be seeing new of this. This is just the beginning, and very soon we shall be having more. I'm the Immortal boat, and we had the crown here. So, guys, thank you for listening and thank you for tuning in. Please, you guys should subscribe to the Fandorm Podcast original YouTube channel. We are going to leave that in the description of the show notes. So you guys subscribe there. We are going to take the new episodes to that channel and we upload this over there. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Subscribe to the Fandom Podcast on YouTube and follow the Fandom Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and also follow Streamdorm, and you can follow our personal channel, The Real Boat and The Crown. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye for now.